Hello friends, welcome to you my YouTube channel SK Another Maths Class. In this video today we learn about the real numbers of standard 10. In your previous class, means your 9th class, you learn about the real numbers. So what is called real number? How many parts are there? All things we discuss in the 9th class. First, in this video, we will recall about the real numbers, then we will proceed. So, first we have to recall the real numbers. Okay? So, see real numbers. Real numbers, it is divided into two parts. The real numbers divided into two parts. What are these? First, your rational number. Rational numbers. Second one, your irrational numbers. Second one, your irrational numbers. Again, the rational number is divided into two parts. The rational number divided into two parts. What are these? Your integers and fractions. Okay? Integers and fractions. Again, this integer divided into two parts. Integer divided into two parts means first your whole number part, whole numbers and negative integers. Negative integers. Then this whole number again divided into two parts. First one your 0 and second one your natural numbers. Okay. So now we discuss 0 and natural number. When we will take 0 and natural number, we will get the whole number. Already you know what is called natural number. It means all the counting numbers are known as your natural numbers. Whose your set is n set. You already know that. It means what is called whole number? Along with 0, all the natural numbers are known as your whole numbers. Then whole number and negative integers. The whole number and negative integer, when we combine it, then we will get the integers. So why it separate two types, your whole number and integer, negative integer? In whole number part, 0 onwards, means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, all the number will be there. And in negative integer, before the number, the minus sign will be there. So whole number and negative integer, when get together, they will get the integers. It means integer is the set in which natural number, 0 and negative natural numbers will be there. Okay? Then integer and fraction, when we take together, then we will get the rational numbers. Then rational number and irrational number, when we take together, then we will get the real numbers. It means real number is the largest set. The largest set is your real number. It is the combination of all numbers. Your natural number, whole number, integer, fraction, rational number, irrational number, everything. Every number will be there in your real number. Okay friends, that was we discussed in our 9th class. Okay, after that, now we will discuss about more about the real numbers. What is this? Now Euclid's division lemma and Euclid division algorithm. So one by one we discuss now. So first we'll discuss about the lemma and algorithm. Okay, first we discuss lemma. What is called lemma? Lemma. What is called lemma? Lemma is a proven statement used for proving another statement. You remember that one? Lemma is a proven statement. It is used for proving another statement. So what? Now it is a proven statement. It is a proven statement which is used for proving another statement. Another statement. Okay? That part also we discussed in our 9th class about the theorem and axiom. First, axiom, it is a proven statement. It means, axiom means what? We will not no need to prove again. But theorem, we have to prove it. In the same case, here, the lemma, it is a proven statement. No need to prove anymore. Okay, friends? So suppose your sun rises in the east. No one will ask that why sun rises in the east. Why? No, it is a universal truth. Water flows down. 2 plus 2 makes 4. These are the proven statement. No need to prove again. In the same way, here lemma is a proven statement which is used to prove other statements. Okay? So after lemma, we will read about the Euclid's division lemma. Euclid's division lemma. Euclid's division lemma. So what is called Euclid's division lemma? Remember that if you will take a and b are two positive integers. If you take a and b are two positive integers such that a is greater than b. Okay? We will take two positive integers a and b such that a is greater than b. Then there exist unique integers q and r such that a equal to bq plus r, where 0 is smaller than equal to r and smaller than b. It is known as your Euclid's division lemma. Got it? First we'll write that one. If a and b are two given positive integers. So if a and b are given two positive integers, if a and b are given two positive integers such that a is greater than b. It is most important. See, a is greater than b. Then okay, then there exists two integers q and r such that q and r such that a equal to bq plus r, where 0 is smaller than equal to r, smaller than b. Then it is known as your Euclid's division lemma. So it is known as known as Euclid's division lemma. Okay, so what we written here, see, if a and b are given two positive integers such that a is greater than b, then there exist two integers q and r such that a is equal to bq plus r, where 0 is smaller than equal to r and smaller than equal to b. So what do we mean by here a, b, q and r? That thing we already read from your in the small classes, means your 5th, 6th classes also you read that one. Here the a means it is a dividend. A means the dividend equal to b is the divisor into q is the quotient plus r is the remainder. Okay, this one we written as your a equal to bq plus r. Here a means your dividend, b means your divisor, q means quotient and r means remainder. Got it? That thing we already read in our previous classes, and also it is known as your division algorithm. Okay, the dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, and here what thing we written here, see, 0 is smaller than equal to r, smaller than b. What do you mean by it? Means r is the remainder. It is always 0 or greater than 0. 0 or greater than 0. But the remainder will be smaller than the divisor. That thing written here, a equal to bq plus r, where 0 is smaller than equal to r and r is smaller than b. So this part is known as your Euclid division lemma. Got it? Now we will discuss about the algorithm. Then what is called algorithm? What is called algorithm? Now algorithm is a series of well-defined steps which provides a procedure for solving a particular type of problem. Okay? So what is algorithm? Now algorithm is a series of well-defined steps. Which provides a procedure for solving a particular type of a problem. So which type of problem? Now to find out the HCF. By Euclid division algorithm, what will find out? Now we have to find out the HCF. That's why it's written there. An algorithm is a series of well-defined steps which provides a procedure for solving a particular type of problem. Okay? So what will write here? Now algorithm is a series of well-defined steps. Now algorithm is a series of well-defined steps. Okay, the algorithm is a well-defined steps. Okay, well-defined steps which provides a procedure for solving which provides a procedure for solving a particular type of problem. type of problem. Okay, a particular type of problem. So what we written here? An algorithm is a series AC. Okay, a particular type of series of well-defined steps which provides a procedure for solving a particular type of problem. Okay, this is known as your algorithm. Next, we will discuss about the Euclid's division algorithm. Okay. Now we discuss about the Euclid's division algorithm. Euclid's division algorithm. Okay, Euclid division algorithm. Then what is called Euclid division algorithm? The Euclid division algorithm is a technique to compute the highest common factor. Highest common factor means what? Now the HCF. HCF of two given positive integers. When any two positive integers are given and we have to find out the factor, so fraction, your HCF, then we will apply the Euclid division algorithm. So it is a technique to compute, means the Euclid division algorithm is a technique to compute. It is a technique to compute. It is a technique to compute the highest common factor it means your HCF of two given positive integer. Okay, what is written here? It is a technique to compute the highest common factor of any two given positive integers. Clear? It means in Euclid division algorithm we have to find out the HCF of the positive integers. One thing remember that the Euclid division algorithm and your Euclid division lemma, it is so common, means so common thing that always the students are confused about the means what is your Euclid division lemma and what is Euclid division algorithm. Okay, so it is so interlinked, the Euclid division algorithm and Euclid division lemma, it is so means closely interlinked that the students in many books also anywhere it is written by applying Euclid division lemma find out the HCF, and other case it is written that by applying Euclid division algorithm to find out the HCF. So this lemma and algorithm so closed, okay, so closed, you are interlinked. And one thing you have to remember that this, to find out the Euclid division algorithm, we have to take the help of Euclid division lemma. Okay, now we will take one example to find out the HCF of any two given positive integers. Okay, now which method? By Euclid division algorithm. So we will write the question to find the HCF of 462 and 256. Find the HCF of 462 and 256 by the Euclid's division algorithm. Okay, so first we will see that here 462 and 256. Which one is greater? The 462 is greater than 256. Yes or no? So first you written that we have to take two integers a and b where a is greater than b. Yes or no? So here it is the a and which is the b. A is greater than b. We written a is greater than b. Here 462 is a and 256 is your b. Okay, it means a means 462 is the dividend and 256 is the divisor. First we'll find out the HCF. In which method? By long division method. Okay, I'll show you. See, it is 462 will divide it by 256. The 256 if we put 2 then it will be greater. So put 1 here, it will be 256. Then minus it, 2 means 2, here 2, 12, 12 divided by minus 6 equal to 6. Here 5, 5 minus 5 equal to 0. Then 4 divided by 4 minus 2 equal to 2. Then which one the remainder, that one for the next step it will be the divisor. And what is the divisor here? It will become here as the divisor. So it is 256. Now again we divide it. 206 and 256. What will put? Now 1. 206 into 1 equal to 206. Then subtract it. Then 6 minus 6 0. Here 5. Means 50 you got. Okay. Now 50 will be the divisor and 206 will be the dividend. So here 206. So 50 into 4. 200. Then it will be left 6. Then 6 we will divide with 50. So 6 8 is 14. Then here left 2. Then 6. Then 3 is 6. Then here 0. Okay. Then whatever the divisor at the last, it will be the HCF. Here the HCF is 1, the HCF is 2. Okay, the HCF is 2. So that thing now we will divide in your Euclid division algorithm. See, so we will write 462. So 462 equal to 256 into 1 plus 206. It means dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Got it? Then 256 equal to 206 into 1 plus 50. Okay? Then this 206 will write 206 equal to 50 into 4 plus 6. 50 into 4 plus 6. Then this 50 will be 6 into 8 plus 2. Now this 6 will come here. 6 equal to 2 into 3 plus 0. We have to continue this process. When we will get the up to we will get the remainder 0. When you get the remainder 0, then we will get the HCF. Which is the HCF? Here the HCF of 462 and 256 is 2. Okay? So it is the answer. Which one is the your HCF? That is 2 will be the HCF of these two numbers. In this process, we will find out the HCF of any two given number. Okay friends? Now we discussed all about the Euclid division lemma and Euclid division algorithm in this video. In the next video, we will discuss more about the real numbers. Thank you, students. Okay, for watching this video till end. Once again,